ABC, it's Ron. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing alright. Yeah, I am doing fine myself. Busy week last week. I worked nearly every day at the store, so I had a couple of days off now, and I figured I'd better fulfill my promise and show my recent finds. But I kind of lied about that. It's recent finds and not so recent finds. So I have a little stack of albums to show and a couple of 45s. So nothing left to do but to get going with the showing. Now this first one I picked up in an antique mall. It totally blew my mind because I'd never seen one before. I mean, it's not the greatest copy in the world. It's a solid VG, but hey, I'll take it. I was thrilled anyway. And it's a mono promo copy of the Birds 5D. It has a timing strip in the front, which generally I don't like unless it has white label promos or some sort of promotional label. Then I like it. So the story with this one is it has white label promo labels. So what do you think about that, huh? Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. Now I have 3 albums to show that I picked up through the store where I work. And people brought them in, and we bought them, and I procured them and brought them home. So it's a nice process. The first Small Faces. This is actually an upgrade for me. The copy I had, the vinyl was pretty rough. So this is a pretty nice copy here. So there are 4 Small Faces, 1968. Early 1968 in the United States. It was actually recorded in more around 67 in the UK. And this is totally a rehash of the second UK Small Faces album. A lot of the tracks were removed and they replaced them with some single sides. You know the story. You know the story of what they used to do back in the 60s of butchering albums. It was totally ridiculous. Then they finally got smart about 1968 and stopped all that stuff. But yeah, very cool. Glad to have it. This next one, this one has a timing strip, but it is not a promotional LP. Skid Row. And the name of the album is Skid. This is from 1970. These guys were a power trio out of Ireland. And the big claim to fame with this band is they are closely associated with Thin Lizzy. Both Phil Lynott and Gary Moore were both in this band, as well as Thin Lizzy. Now, just prior to this album coming out, Phil Lynott was booted out of the band. The bass player stepped up as the frontman and became a power trio. But Gary Moore was still in the band. But this is a good album. It didn't blow me away, it didn't knock my socks off, but it's still very good. It's sort of bluesy rock, heavyish bluesy rock with some jazz fusion and a little bit of psych thrown in, and it's very cool. So I'm glad to get it. So yeah, this is on the Yellow Epic label. Clean as a whistle, so very nice. This next one that I got through the store is the first Black Sabbath. And I got this with some trade, and because this was kind of pricey. but I still got a discount being an employee, so I got a good deal. Excellent copy, vinyl and cover, so wow, I'm thrilled. So you know how important this album is, you know, in the world of heavy metal. Green labels, Terre Haute, Indiana pressing. Very, very nice. Okay, that's it for what I got through the store. This next one is the reunion comeback album for the Sopwith Camel. And it's called The Miraculous Hump Returns from the Moon. This is a nice clean copy, and generally these sell for about 30 bucks in this condition. I got this for half that much, and it has a gatefold. And this is actually a pretty good album. I think it rates it, I would say maybe 3 stars. But it wasn't very well received. It didn't sell well. It only got to like 173 on the top 200 chart. So it's I like it, but I wouldn't say it's essential for me personally. It's got a lot of different styles on the songs, and but it's got a very, some of the songs have a very 70-ish sort of funky sound, but yeah, it's from '73, Reprise Records, and so yeah, it was an alright pickup. Okay, this next one is a Cramps bootleg, and this is demos, and I'll show you the track list. Label, and it is on green vinyl. So this was a very good album. One more Cramps boot that I picked up, and this is The King Is Back, and this is 1986 European material, TV show and radio show. And this is on black vinyl. It's on the Connoisseur Recording Service label. It's kind of a mixture of sound quality here. It starts off really good quality, and it ends in good quality, but the stuff in between is not all that great. But I really like, for me, the high point is the radio broadcast. There's like 5 tracks from the Janice Long session, March 12th, 1986. She was a UK disc jockey for the BBC. And the Cramps performed live in the studio, and there's some interview with that, and that sounded good. And so that, to me, that's the best part of this boot. And there's the tracks, and there's the info there. Okay, what's been on the turntable is more Psychedelic Guitars. And I had volume 1, and this is volume 2. So I picked this up. I really like that cover. It's pretty nice, that girl with that, looks like a Japanese guitar. So this is you know, I'm sure you know this is psychedelic exploitation music. I mean, it's not even psych. They just called it psych to sell the record. But it's Jerry Cole sessions. So I picked that up, and then this is part 1 that I had. Now you notice they spell psychedelic with 2 L's. So all this time we've been spelling it wrong. It's not 1 L, it's 2 L's. So we've probably been pronouncing it wrong too. I mean, it's Psychedelic Lick. Psychedelic Lick. And I think how they got psychedelic, it just dawned on me. You know, you have your little postage stamps, or you got your little sugar cubes, or you got your blotter and you lick. I think that's what that's about. So don't tell anybody. That's just a secret between you and me. Okay. Picked up 2 45s. And I got I got these at the same place, smoking deal, way below what they're worth. This one, I needed an upgrade on, and I didn't have the picture sleeve. So it's the last 45 by the Phoenix pop rock band, Peanut Butter. And they were fronted by Phil Mata, who was also a disc jockey here in Phoenix for Top 40 AM radio, KRIC. So I got this for like under 25, and they go for at least like 60. So that was a good deal. 1968 on Fat Orange Records. And Kitty is a cover version of the Cat Stevens tune. And this one totally blew me away. They had this marked at 25% of its value. It's a near mint copy of the second Thackeray Rock 45. And the A side is a heavy, fuzzed out guitar version of Tobacco Road that sounds a lot like, sort of like some, say if the Amboy Dukes did this song, that's what it sounds like. And the other side is a bit more pop rock. But the cool thing about this is, it was recorded at Audio Recorders, and they were kind of our Sun Records here in Phoenix back in the day. And it was a state-of-the-art recording studio. And this single is actually recorded in true stereo. So that's pretty early for 1968 to have a local 45 in stereo. So very cool. Yeah, this sucker's just like in near mint condition. Now this band is known for having Vince Welnick in the band. And I know that there's 2 Thackeray Rock lineups. And this is the second lineup without Vince Welnick. So this is the lineup that probably played on that Tobacco Road record. And I think Vince is on the first Thackeray Rock single. So he's not pictured in the photo here. But yeah, he went on, I'm sure you know, he went on to the Tubes, and then in the 80s he went on to play with the Grateful Dead. And unfortunately he died tragically. But so yeah, I was just thrilled on those because, I'm a big collector of local 45s and albums from my hometown, as a lot of us are. Okay, that's going to do it for the showing. Hope you enjoyed it, and everybody take care, and I will see you in the future, and later.